You're right. It's not for
It's
me.
only for my fans.
Well, your fans are
Only
terrible,
fans allowed.
disgusting human beings, and they deserve to enjoy all that terrible, disgusting thing.
You're disgusting for not being accepting of sex work.
I never said I was against it. I'm just against fucking food and then eating it.
That's gross.
That's against sex work because there's sex and work involved. I'm working on fucking the food for my.
You should fuck
to pay my
food.
bills.
You should fuck
Hey, if
food
that's
that
what you have
looks
to do to pay
like
your bills.
vaginas. Like, you know when it will like show like a pastrami sandwich and it's just like, I should call her.
That is rude to the pastrami.
If I started,
I find that really offensive to the pastrami. I love pastrami. How
Me
could you?
too. Why?
Well, it's a win-win.
why wouldn't you want to fuck it if you love it so much?
It's a win-win. You get a pastrami sandwich and he gets to fuck a sandwich.
No, he.
But no hot mustard, please. No.
I love you, but I don't want to fuck you.
Roast beef sandwich.
Oh, so you put pastrami sandwiches in the friend zone?
Any lunch meat, really.
But yeah, because
Wow! Look at this guy.
in the eat
Thinks
zone.
he's too
Yeah,
good
it's in
to
the
fuck
eat
a
zone.
sandwich. Oh, the eat zone.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make a quick
Put it
announcement.
in your mouth.
I got my second vax shot, and it gave me a boner.
Oh,
Why?
so
Because
now
you're
are
so
we gonna
excited
go
that you
future?
can go.
What?
So now you're like future. Mask off. Mask off. You don't remember that song?
He goes mask.
No,
off
I
and
remember.
then
I
it's
remember
fine.
that song. I just didn't know whoever sang it. And then also, I was all like,
Future.
future boners.
I thought you were saying
What?
I
Is
hope
there
I get
an
boners
A
in the future.
in his name.
future. I think it's
Future?
at the end, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, just an update. Yeah, to what you were saying.
Future bomber.
Technically, only I'm the one that should be going maskless.
I'm fully vaccinated.
She's
I've been,
massive.
like,
Well,
months,
we could
so-
both go half maskless. Then.
So what's
No, I'm just fucking with you. Of course, take them off.
Oh no, I got used to it. I'm gonna keep it on. I have a terrible
Well, I have to
smile.
like start getting back into like looking at my face and doing shit with my mouth.
The bottom half of my face is it's awkward now.
I haven't.
I don't know what to do with this
I feel like I do this a lot.
because that's what I've been doing under my mask.
I know.
Because now people will know what I'm thinking again. Because
I know you
usually
have to mask
somebody
your
will say
facial
some shit
expressions.
and they'll be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I'm good.
No, I shit you
How
not.
are you?
Fucking mouth breather over here.
No, I shit you not. I would be on set and I'd just curl my lips back behind my teeth and just like,
It's like, hey,
Why is that man's
and then
mask
like
moving
no
so
one
much?
would see it. So I'm just like,
hey, what's going on, Alex? Not much.
not much. How's it going?
Not much. Just licking the inside of your mask.
Bye. Have a good day.
All
All
just eat them.
vaccinated. And honestly, we're probably like, we just spend probably just the most time with each other now.
Yeah. Oh fuck, we're doing masks off.
That's a waste of those crackers.
I enjoyed that bit.
I just
Feedback.
ate a Alex mouth cookie cracker.
Oh. Between the couch. I don't know what couch would been.
You don't know
Oh.
where that couch has been.
No, because
Well-
we found it on the street.
Well, you guys wiped it down, right? You disinfected.
We
We're
gave
not-
we gave it a 1 over.
Well, we got it like 7 years ago.
Oh,
So all the germs are a part of us now.
yeah. It's all your germs.
It's all caked in
It's
there.
all your. It's all your butt crud.
But Marcel,
most.
Mostly Andy's though.
Marcel sat in this like a week ago.
So Marcel's butt crud
With
as well.
his feet like this.
Oh, there's a cracker under your butt.
Ooh.
in my butt.
Under your butt.
For those of you who don't know, Marcel has terrible foot odor.
Damn, you're just gonna call him
worst.
out like that?
He's a very nice man.
Very nice man with stinky feet.
If you are young, single,
Yeah,
An
ready
Asian.
to mingle. Oh yeah.
hit him up.
Well, also, but you also you also like have to like kind of not be so weird about the like Asian fetishization shit. Like white guys who like Asian women are Asian fetishizing us. No, he just likes you.
Hey, if that
And you
wasn't
happen to
true,
be
I
Asian.
wouldn't be alive right now. Heyo.
That's true.
Me either.
That's true.
Hey,
Yeah, heyo.
Yeah, but they
Ew.
don't. They don't usually make that.
The black fetishization? Because black guys are so fetishized that they're just like, oh, fetish for fetish.
I suppose so. Yeah.
But I mean, come on. Get it where you can get it. I'm just
What
joking.
about my dad? Well, jungle fever.
Yeah, everything's a fucking fetish, I guess, if you're white.
No, I think it's.
Well, I think there's. Just
I feel like-
a fetish for everything.
I think it's love.
Uh,
That's what I'll call it.
but it's not a fetish if it's inner like within their own race sex.
I think that a lot of these new terms have quickly gotten bastardized. So, like, you know, culture vultures or cultural appropriation and all this type of stuff.
Whoa, hang on. Bastardize,
Yes.
fatherless. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Okay.
Keep going.
They're just overused. Like if
Well-
you like K-pop or if you like
Well, I feel
anime,
like it's like
you're technically fetishizing Asian
Well,
You're just
culture.
putting a label on it, like.
yeah. Well, I think that
when
the
we were all in high
labels,
school.
the labels definitions get lost like in a game of telephone.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my understanding of what the real, what is being described with the real term of fetishized, is not just a white dude who likes Asian women, or anybody of any kind of particular background, be it like obese or little person, right? Because there are also people who are afraid of being fetishized. But the fetish, so rather than just somebody who is interested in somebody like that or open to being with somebody of that nature, it's somebody who only sees them in a sexual nature because of that attribute. That's what I would imagine as fetishizing. And I don't think that occurs as, I mean, it obviously occurs, but I feel like, I don't know, like making it like, oh, if you go to if you're a white guy and you go to an Asian country and marry an Asian woman, it's like, yo, I'm like doing all my husbandly duties and I'm not like, you know, forcing myself on her or being a piece of shit. Who cares if I just tend to find her more beautiful than other people, or a lot of white people.
It's just a preference.
Yeah, that's a preference.
It's
that,
like-
and then with all this shit coming out where people are just like shitting on white people all the time, which is whatever. Of course, a lot of white people are probably easily going to be like, oh, well, I don't want to be with, yeah, fuck them too. I don't want to be with a white person either. So then they find somebody else.
I think, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
there's a gray line.
The reason it's kind of coming up more so now is just because of all the violent acts that have been happening against Asian women because of the fetishization. Fetishization?
No.
But no, just like, you know, after what happened in Georgia and shit, and then they're trying to paint it that it wasn't.
Well, no, that, I mean, that's exactly what that was, though.
Yeah, like, and
So but I feel like the term gets messed up where
it's thrown
they
around
start
TikTok and
using
social
it
media.
for every instance. Like a real instance of fetishization is probably a lot of instances of pornography, but even now it seems like in pornography, like, because they used to have specific ones where it's like Asian beaver or some shit, and then they would do all this like ching chongy shit or have the girl in a rice patty hat. That shit was fetishization. That shit was also really racist and fucked up. Whereas, where it like their whole thing was like, it was like an Asian woman who didn't know English well. And then they would have these American Asian women pretend they didn't know English. And then like, oh, well, okay, I don't know the culture around here, so I'll just suck your dick. That shit's fetishization. Horrible and fucked up and should go away.
massage parlor stuff.
Yeah, massage parlor stuff.
Actually, you know what? I've speaking of which,
It's my favorite.
I've
type of porn.
never ever seen, like, you know, because you always see like massage parlors or just like massage places, like just driving around, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen one labeled a Nuru massage
Nuru?
parlor. Nuru.
Yeah, because it's illegal.
Nuru?
What's a Nuru?
Niru?
It's a naked massage where they use their entire body
Oh.
to rub you up and down.
Well, yeah, they can't advertise that.
Why not?
I don't know.
It doesn't have to lead to sex.
It's illegal. They probably have them in Arizona
Interesting.
Arazizi.
because brothels are allowed. So, I mean, what's a
Are they?
massage shop?
In all of Arizona?
I think it's like some.
Oh, because I thought Nevada was like sections of Nevada. Because
Am I thinking Nevada? I'm thinking Nevada. Sorry.
Well, a lot
The
of
cat
those
house.
massage parlors in SF are like sex trafficking fronts for sex trafficking.
Well, some of them don't even advertise, and they're just next door to your apartment.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember that one?
And they always have the red curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, and there was just always guys.
Yeah. But
Coming in and out.
They're coming in and out. All right.
But also, like, what about the form of fetishization that is widely normalized, which is, I mean, black guys, and they don't really even give a shit for the most part. But I mean, think about all like the cuck holding stuff with the bulls. Like that stuff almost feels really on the line of like funky, but they don't care, so it's whatever, I guess. Because it's like a white dude. It almost feels like...
Well, it's for the white man's benefit. So, if anything, the white man is fetishizing the black men. So...
Yeah, well, I mean, but then, I don't know, but part of it is maybe the husband is convincing the wife that she wants to, or the wife does want to, or whatever, I don't know. But that shit, I don't know, when the... Cause
I thought it was doing the wife
Hey
a
man,
favor.
when you love somebody, you're gonna let a big black dude have sex with them.
Yeah, I mean, to
And then
each their
if you
own.
find that it gives you erections and
I think my
explode,
favorite...
then you're good.
My favorite was in Rick and Morty, whereas the dad's
Jerry's
parents.
Yeah.
It's like, who's this guy? And he's like, oh, he's a part of our couple. He has sex with your mother, and then I am almost every single time dressed up as Superman watching from the closet. Jesus, we do talk a lot about it, like just gross shit all the time. Sorry.
But that's not... The thing is, okay, I will say this. It's almost a podcast staple. Nobody does it at this point. At least nobody that I listen to.
This
Okay?
is true.
And we're going to get
Because
into
he
these people
fetishizes these
later.
types of podcasts.
This motherfucker.
Or I'm sorry, he prefers them.
Wait. Actually, fuck. All right, sorry to bounce around, but I still need to defend the food. You can eat the food that's fucked.
Oh, okay.
So your only qualm with fucking food is the waste?
I feel like it's a waste of food, yeah.
So, okay, having sex with a woman or a man...
It's a waste of a human soul.
It's a waste of semen because you're not... If you don't end up conceiving a child. So, sex is a waste. You're a waste. Get the fuck out of here.
But what if you're still
I'm free to go.
wasting food, but then you condemn somebody else for wasting food?
Oh, I see what you're getting at. You waste food regularly, so I'm not allowed to fuck it? Fuck you. All right.
Well, how do we feel about people...
I never said you can't fuck it. I just said it's gross and it's a waste of food. I never said you couldn't
What's
fuck
gross about it,
I'm not
though?
going to go around and be like, oh, you like to cut cold? You can't do that.
But why is it? But then you're like, oh, it's gross. You should not have sex with a black man.
Are you going to fuck some food and eat it?
If I start my OnlyFans, that's the only thing I can think of.
Are you going to start an OnlyFans?
No.
Well, then you're not going to fuck food because I know you think.
But I'm defending people who want to fuck food.
I'm not saying.
Who do that?
Who do that.
Okay, I'm not saying that they can't. So I'm not like, and I'm not attacking them per se. I'm just saying. To
I
me,
felt
it's
attacked and I don't even fuck food. My feelings are hurt. Did you see that tear right there? It's half a laugh tear and then it turned into a sad one.
Oh. That sucks.
Do women fuck food?
Yes,
mean-
cucumbers,
Corn,
I would never want
eggplants.
of me.
I feel like
bananas.
I mean, they don't do it for fun. They do it for their webcams.
Some people do it for fun, I'm sure.
Well, it's also like a long haul pickling process. Cantaloupe.
How about? Yeah, it took me a second to be like, wait. Damn, she must have just had a baby or something.
All the most painful fruits.
God. Well, okay.
Starfruit.
What about bestiality?
Well, they say that you shouldn't do that because they're not consenting animals.
Hey. It's interspecies erotica.
Well,
okay?
if you're trying to fuck some
And it's
beef,
disgusting.
like a rare steak or a raw steak.
Oh my God!
They
At
didn't
that
have
point,
they didn't have consent
because
to
it's
be
dead.
killed. They didn't have consent.
Yeah, but I didn't kill them.
I know.
So I'm just fucking.
You're just eating
I'm
their
fucking a
flesh.
small section of its thigh.
Okay, yeah.
It's dead. What the fucking cow ghost is gonna be like? Why did
No,
you fuck
no.
my thigh?
You just might as well skip that part and just fuck the cow.
Oh shit.
That logic.
I think
was over there, dude.
It's your food. It's food,
That shit is
technically.
over there. That logic.
If you're
I just
driving,
figured out a good argument for people that always say weed is a gateway drug. I always go, yeah, but fucking food a gateway drug to
Bestiality.
bestiality. If you're like,
fucking a watermelon, if you're fucking a pie, I don't think
It's like one step away from fucking a living like.
Goat.
Why don't I just fuck that cat?
Hey, who knows?
I just fucked a ham sandwich. Let me fuck a real pig.
Do you think there's a study on that?
No.
The correlation between bestiality and
know.
what came before?
I don't know. Let's see.
I'm not saying exactly fucking food.
It depends on how many people, like sick people, or fuck, I don't want to call them sick. How many people who have these type well, no, the fucking bestiality stuff. How many people who are into that type of stuff are scholars in order to do a study?
Well, I mean, they don't have to be into the act of doing it, but they
Or
could
just
be
interested.
interested in knowing what came first.
The
before
ham or
bestiality.
the pig?
Yeah, exactly. The ham hock or the pig.
What came first? So
I was just sitting there looking at my pork chop and started doing it. A couple years later, I just was like, "This, I'm not getting enough."
I'll tell you this.
I got a pet pig.
All right, this is my illustration.
Chim is.
This is my illustration.
jerking me off with his feet the other day.
Only a monkey can show you that kind of love.
and affection.
An affection, tenderness.
Infection? Oh, affection.
Or infection.
I thought you were like
Who knows?
infection and tenderness.
Oh shit.
But okay, here's my illustration how I believe it probably happens.
Okay.
It's not, oh, let me sizzle some bacon. Oh, what if I just fuck that bacon? Oh shit, what if I go to the fucking source? What up, babe? Babe the
pig. Yeah.
I think it actually goes like this. Farmer, living on a farm, taking care of his animals. He loves them. He's like, oh my God, you feed me, you give me your milk, you give me your nutrition. I love you guys. I take care of you. All my animals. I love my animals. My wife is not so nice to me, and I'm out here with you guys all the time. She doesn't give me no nookie no more because she hates my guts. Oh, she's fucking the milkman. Hey, Piggy, you'll never betray me, right? You love me, right, Piggy?
If you're the
I
farmer,
love
aren't
you,
the
Piggy.
milkman?
Yeah, I was gonna say you should just fuck the cow at this point just to get
insane.
revenge.
All
on
right,
the-
fair point, Henry.
I'm gonna say a joke that my dad told me one day when I think I was like a teenager. Farmer walks into his bedroom. His wife's asleep. He has a chicken underneath his arm. He wakes her up. Wake up. What? What's going on? Hey, this is the pig I've been fucking. The wife looks at him and goes, "That's a chicken, not a pig, you idiot." And he goes, "Shut up. I wasn't talking to you."
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that.
This is very rude.
Feel free to use that if you like chicken fucker jokes.
Yeah, everybody's losing that because the wife is married to a piece of shit, and then that dude's okay.
Farm
So-
life isn't the same, or is it?
Well, I guess the dude is a winner because he's a piece of shit, and she has to deal with it, and he gets to fuck his chicken. Oh, is he fucking the chicken?
No, was just showing the chicken.
He's
the
just
pig.
talking to the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, he is fucking the chicken.
Oh, well, no.
Or I guess it doesn't insinuate that he's a chicken fucker. My bad on that one.
No, he was just
Yeah.
showing the chicken, the pig.
The pig that
but
he's
that,
fucking.
The pig happens
that
to be his
illustrates
wife.
my animal friendship that I'm going with. So,
Yes, it does.
so he's like, oh, yes, piggy. Like, oh, thank you for listening to all my problems. I don't know. I just have these emotions towards you. You mind if I touch some of your titties?
You're talking to the pig.
Yeah, all 6 of them.
I guess they do have nips.
And then, right, right. So then it goes.
You're painting a really good picture. I
So
like it.
that's how I imagine that it goes. And then
Wet and Wild in the pig pen.
yeah, and then
Jesus.
What about the people
It's like the
that
first
aren't
episode
farmers?
of Black
They live in
Mirror.
the
up
city, and then
Like-
they go to like Tijuana to. Well, I guess you go there to watch a horse.
Donkey Show.
a donkey show.
A donkey show,
Yeah, but
but-
then you're depressed because you realize you're just witnessing human trafficking. And then I don't know.
It's the worst
That-
when it's like reversed too.
That's probably the way we know that we don't have as many heroes, like real heroes, that we think we do, because so many people go and see that horrible fucking show and then don't do anything about it because they know that, you know, there's probably dastardly people behind there that have no problem cutting their fucking face off if you tried to take that woman out of that situation, and then she's probably so damaged that even if you tried to rehabilitate her, like, what are you going to do? Take her back to California or America and stuff, and then have to deal with all this immigration issue, and then you have to fucking marry her in order to keep her in the States, but then she's so damaged anyway, so you have to pay for all of this therapy, and then maybe that doesn't even help, and then, you know,
You don't have to do any of that stuff.
yeah, because
you'll
you're
be
not
dead.
a hero. Oh yeah,
Because
If
you're not
if
bulletproof.
you're messing with the cartel's money, they're
Because
gonna
you're not
throw you in a
bulletproof,
vat
and
of
it's the
acid.
cartel, and it's local police that are getting payrolled by the cartel.
Yeah, it's
A lot of layers.
But how much
Anyways.
money are they even really making? So boycott donkey shows. So instead of thinking it's going to be some cool, funny thing to go do, just understand that it's not fucking funny. It's depressing. That I haven't seen one, but that's what I hear. Just take my fucking word for it. And maybe that's one thing that we should all be able to agree on boycotting instead of fucking other goofy bullshit. Fucking donkey shows.
What if the lady and the donkey are having a great time though?
If you could prove that,
yeah. I doubt it.
I mean, if there's a way for, like,
mean, all I'm
if you're
saying-
advertising it, this woman and donkey have great chemistry. This is all by choice, consensual, and not a human traffic victim.
And by the way, this
Then
is her
sure.
farm.
Yeah, this is her. Yeah,
Or her
she owns this place.
abode.
Or she just has a traveling donkey show, and she just travels cross country with
Yeah,
her and her.
but I need
donkey and her
all of that
husband.
on the flyer.
And her husband.
And yeah, and like a news
now-
article
okay.
with
Her and the donkey smiling.
the advertisement or some shit. That's the only way you can prove.
And if it's a talking donkey, like in Shrek.
And it has to sound like Eddie Murphy.
Then why?
I'm making
Dragon's gonna be mad at me.
I'm sorry, but if I was the lady and I had a talkie donkey, I wouldn't be getting fucked by it. I'd be showing the world that I have a talkie donkey.
But you make extra money if you also fuck it.
Dude, I'll make all the money in the world just by having a talking donkey.
There's just so much money in the world, and I don't think you'll make all of it.
Yeah, of course. It's okay. Yeah. But they'll make enough to be very, very comfortable with a talking donkey.
The richest people are just like,
Especially if
I've
he sounded
already
like Eddie
seen a
Murphy.
talking donkey. We've genetically engineered one out of Eddie Murphy's healthy ovum.
I would like transcript all of Eddie Murphy's old jokes, stand-up jokes, and then have my donkey do it as like a parody.
Yeah, you'd make some money.
It's a good way to get sued by Eddie Murphy.
But it's a parody.
I
Because
feel like,
it's a donkey.
oh shit.
Good way to get sued by DreamWorks.
Hey, fuck them.
Yeah, they're like,
Well,
no, but
yeah,
this
I
is
guess.
the real.
Universal.
Yeah. But I can't help having a donkey that sounds like
You just have to name him Edward
Scissorhands.
Murphy.
Edward
The donkey.
Murphy.
the donkey.
And make it slightly educational so it's fair use.
There you go. There.
Oh.
So
the
in
loopholes.
1985, Eddie Murphy did this joke.
Oh, yeah, if you add a time to anything, it's history.
Yeah.
If you add a date,
this is
it's
true.
history.
It was at
It's
whatever venue.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Everything I talk about is a history class. This is a history channel.
Yeah. So, all the money in the world
Yep.
at this point.
See, here's some history. When I was 19, Harlan, I got hit by a car.
You did.
He did.
I did do that.
You didn't do it. It just happened.
Well, yeah, it did happen to my body. It was so funny though. I kept telling people like, "Oh man, yeah." They're like, "Oh, how'd you break your arm?" I was like, "Oh, I got hit by a car." "Oh shit, how's your car doing? Like, did it get totaled?" "No, my body."
I was skateboarding.
Like, yeah, I was a pedestrian. Like this.
Those people don't realize the difference between getting hit by a car and getting in a car accident.
Yeah, why wouldn't I just say I got in a car accident?
Yeah. No.
I got hit by a car.
I got hit by a
Yeah,
car.
my person.
Not my car.
Yeah.
Got hit by another car.
Yeah, I was like, I got loyalty and hit by a car in my DNA. All right, man, we are fucking. You've been random, and then now it's. I mean, I am,
contact
but it's
high.
making me. Yeah, you do.
How have I
contact.
been random?
You bitch.
If you didn't laugh after that, I was about to get serious.
Yeah, Zach was gonna be like, "Excuse me,
I was going to be like, really?
You just brought up donkey.
order in the
from Shrek.
court, order in the court. Case of is Henry random." Zach is like, "I've brought evidence."
Here's a montage.
We're talking about
of all
sex
the
trafficking
times
and donkeys, and you're
random
talking
things
about
going
Donkey
on.
from
Yeah,
Shrek.
no.
And all I
Traveling
want
the
to talk
country
about
with
is
his
Don Quixote. All right.
Yeah. So let's move
So-
on. We're moving on.
All right. Keep on keeping on.
Gotta
Keep on keeping on.
Gotta keep on keeping on.
So, something
what?
that I've been interested in this past week.
What have you been interested in?
Oh, well, Henry, it's actually been weird sports or new sports.
I thought you were going to say Bin Laden.
That's the random thing. See, that's what we were just talking about.
Bin Sports.
Like I said, montage of all of random Henry
Case closed.
Sports.
statements.
Sports.
So, have you guys heard of the sport kabaddi?
No.
Kabaddi.
No. What is it?
No. So, you remember that game that we played at John's bachelor party? Ooh.
Yes.
Where you're like, ooh. So, it's basically that game on a professional level. So, it's like a kid's game that's been turned into a professional sport in India.
Okay.
Right? So, let me explain the game to you. Basically, it's kind of like a dodgeball court. So there's like a line in the middle. There's two different sides, right? But I think it's maybe the whole court is broken up into quarters. Like there's different quadrants or some shit. But basically, you have to cross the center line. One of the players on your team crosses the center line, runs across, tries to touch as many people as they can, and then get across to the other side. And if they get across to the other side, everybody that they touched is out of the game, right? But if the team prevents them from crossing the center line, the whole time that you're on the opponent's side, you have to be saying kabaddi. So you can't take a breath. So you have to be kabaddi, 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 kabaddi. But if you do that, then and you're on the opponent's side, you're out. And if you don't get to your side by the time you stop, you're out. So then your opponents will try to grab you and stop you from getting to your side if you touched anybody. Or just to, have you get out so that they get the points.
How do you get out?
That's how they get you out. Is
If you
if
stop
How do you
saying-
get out of a grip or a hold?
this the same way you do when anybody tries, like whenever you're being grabbed by somebody you don't.
Oh, so you could just like thrash around.
yeah, thrash. You can't hit them.
Can you spit?
No,
You
it's
can
hard to
spin.
spit when you're saying kabaddi.
Yeah, just
Right.
You could spin. You
Yeah,
could jump.
spin. Yeah, gator roll.
You could yell louder.
Yeah, kabaddi.
You could whip around. You could do
Can you
some
stick a
type
finger
of,
in an ear or like a nose?
No,
Yeah.
none of that.
Oh, what?
What? No.
Okay,
What do you mean
well,
you can't.
You could fake crying and like, I don't want to play anymore.
If you
could
say I
do-
don't want to play anymore, you're out.
But you're like, oh, kabaddi, 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 kabaddi,
alligator
kabaddi,
death
kabaddi, kabaddi.
Fooled me again.
Oh, fuck. I thought I was looking out for his emotional well-being.
Okay, so
So you-
I'm getting the gist
Okay.
of it.
but you could still throw like a 540 heel kick
No.
No, you can't.
coming into the other ring. I think you should be able to.
Okay, you could take that up with the kabaddi
Well, if you
commission.
can do that while saying kabaddi.
If you do that during
Then you should
kabaddi,
be-
you'll have no buddies.
Then you should be the next Red Ranger.
Question. Can you say...
Question. Tell me what you
Can
think about me.
You said you can't take a breath while saying kabaddi, right?
No.
Or
You
you
Then you're
can't
out.
stop to take a breath.
no. So what?
But
you
what
have to
if-
do the whole action in one breath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's the game, right? And I guess it's really huge in India, and I guess they don't really need people.
They call it
Because there's so
ooh
many
in the
people there.
U.S.
Yeah.
And then while it's the same exact rules, but instead of saying "come buddy," it's going ooh,
Come, buddy.
come buddy, come buddy, come buddy.
Kabaddi.
You say ooh, and you have to, as long as you could, say it in that one breath.
Okay.
I don't know. When I played, I actually like to put a little stank on it, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Is it allowed?
Yeah. Oh, he's going full Christina Aguilera.
Then I got
Allowed?
yanked.
Let's say somebody had the ability to start, saying they're saying kabaddi. They take a deep breath before the game starts, right?
Yeah.
And they start saying kabaddi, kabaddi, kabaddi. But they had the skill to change the tone of the kabaddi a little bit to switch into a inhale and still say kabaddi while they're in.
If you could do it where people wouldn't notice, if you're like kabaddi, 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 kabaddi.
well, it's
Kabaddi. So
Well, that's the thing too, though. What I actually played is more like I was like, ooh, 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 because just because I'm a bigger dude, like I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever, this would be fun. And then I get like 3 dudes jumping on me, and I'm like, ooh, what the fuck? Like that's like the one benefit of being like smaller is that like, oh, you're probably gonna have to get a bit more one-on-one action with people. I had like 3 dudes jumping on me, and I was like trying to like shake them off of me.
yeah,
I had all these like
can you
bruises
pull
on
them
me.
across?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then
As long as
they,
you get your hand over the line,
then they count as
you
the
count
out
it.
too.
Yeah. So
'Cause they
then
technically
all the
touched
people so everybody who grabs you and is touching you, if you get your hand over the line, they're out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
So
For a professional sport.
I think this sport now is maybe like 2 years old,
Okay.
like as a professional sport.
I don't know. I
And-
think Cum Buddies is a lot like older of a thing.
Yeah, I think that's the history of humanity. So, but I guess it's big enough because I just noticed this that it actually already has its own anime as a sport. There's a kabaddi anime that I just witnessed on Crunchyroll. That's how you know you're a real fucking sport. Because I was going through it and I saw like a bunch of hot anime dudes in jerseys, and I was like, "What sport anime is this?" I was just curious, and then right under it's like kabaddi. I was like, "Word."
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I just saw one. There's an anime out that's for rhythm gymnastics.
Oh, rhythmic gymnastics.
And
We've seen the trailer.
It's
It
the
looks
boys.
really
it's
bizarre.
it's like a boy rhythm gymnastics.
No, they're
thing.
like a team. There's like 4 of them out on the floor, and they catch each other and
they
then throw
kiss.
them back. It's bizarre.
Jeez. Okay.
I
It's
mean,
rhythm gymnastics.
yo, you remember that episode of Lizzie McGuire?
No.
Okay, so kabaddi. So that's one sport. I don't know. Would you? I mean, I enjoyed playing. Ooh, I busted my lip.
Oh, I remember
When we
you
play-
telling
yeah.
me.
On
about that,
My tooth went through my fucking lip.
on Kent
Kent's shoulder.
on Kent's like shoulder / collarbone.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to go that hard or whatever, but then
It
everybody
was like right after a turn that you did, and then he was like right there, and just like bam, and you're just like boom.
yeah. Well, I was trying to stop him, and then he had like 3 other dudes trying to stop him too. But then he just like blasted through them, and I was like, oh shit, I'm I guess the last of the defense. I was like,
You braced down.
Yeah, so I went right for it, and then he, I guess he was just going, and then I guess he like slightly put his shoulder down into it because I thought I got low enough and to the side, but then he kind of went down a little bit, and then it was all lip action. And then afterwards, he had like a mark on him. He's like, "You guys are getting pretty hardcore. You gotta calm down," or whatever. He didn't realize it was because it was my tooth that hit his collarbone. I mean, I apologize. I was like, "Oh, sorry, dude."
But you have a gaping thing in blood.
So I didn't realize, but then later, like
it was hidden
you
in
could
his mustache.
see, yeah, you could see it in my mustache later. But because I just kept playing after because I was like, oh, okay, like at worst, it's gonna be a fat lip, and then it wasn't swelling, so I thought I was fine, and I just didn't feel it after like 15 seconds.
And then you realize it was already bleeding.
Well, I think John or somebody pointed out like, oh shit, dude, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine, man. It wasn't that big of an impact.
We're
I'm
playing
good.
and volleyball and shit.
Yeah. And then
all drunk.
They're like, no, you're bleeding. Yeah.
Well,
they did that rush hour thing to me, like, you're bleeding.
Well, it sounds like an interesting sport.
Yeah.
How do I feel about it? I haven't played it, so
I think you would like it.
Yeah, I think you would.
You'd like it a lot. Yeah. It's hard not to like that type of game.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't like getting hurt. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we stopped playing and started playing volleyball as soon as John got like a nasty like
foot cramp
/ like ankle cramp, and he was like
because we were in the sand, so
and his foot was all like
it was like it looked like because at first it looked like he had dislocated it, and nobody could tell any different because all we saw was him fall to the floor and like and then you just see his warped looking foot.
His foot was just spun all the way to the side.
It was like the cramp was so aggressive that his foot was like this. So then he's bony, so all this fucking bone was protruding so much just because it does.
Well, it looked like the Invisible Man had him in a heel hook.
Yeah, it was crazy. So it looked like he fucking he dislocated his foot because when all you see is your homie on the floor screaming.
Everyone was just like, "Oh fuck!" And then
they're like, "What happened? You dislocated?" "I think it's just a cramp."
And Omega was just like, "Oh fuck! I might explain this shit to Landfee." I broke
the groom's foot. Yeah. There's that Greek. Is it a Greek sport?
What?
The one where it's kind of like soccer, hockey, kind of where it's like kind of a soccer thing where they're kicking a ball around, but then they could beat each other up. It's like MMA.
Oh, that one's like an ancient Italian.
Oh, Italian.
Yeah.
It's kind of like sounds kind of like rugby
in Florence,
just with the ball on the floor.
But then you can just fight each other, like punching. Right?
It's like the different positions have different things. Like there's like types of linemen, but like that's like the first line of defense, and those are like legit like MMA and like boxers and shit.
Yeah.
And there's other dudes that like actually do like the main scoring of points. And those dudes tend to be like soccer players and other like kind of quicker athletes. But then those dudes get nailed sometimes.
I'm sure everybody
but like
gets nailed.
Each person on the team though has like specific like
them.
builds and like just different like weight classes of people. But it's all like mixed up in your teams and what position you end up playing. And I think it's actually a really cool sport, but like. It's really fucking brutal because it's fairly bare knuckle. Like people tape up and do that shit just for precautionary reasons. Because if you're too fucked up after like the first, I think there's like only 2 matches every year or something. I forget. I watched that one.
I was gonna ask. I was gonna be like, "What's it like to be on a team?" And it's like, "Oh, you played a game yesterday, but Jimmy got really fucked up, but he has to play the game tomorrow too."
Yep. Sometimes people get like really fucked up because I think the games are only like a month apart or something, and it's like only between I think 4 cities in Florence. I could be wrong about this. I feel bad if I am wrong.
That reminds me, like
it's in Italy though.
Nice.
That Quidditch, I feel like Quidditch, so they try to, Quidditch is, colleges play it now. We saw, I remember when when we used to live in SF, I was hanging out in Berkeley, and they were having Quidditch practice, right? If that sport wasn't developed by people who are so focused on it being as similar to the book game as possible, I think that could probably be a real big sport. If you just ditched the stupid having to have a broom between your legs. Sorry, we can't fucking fly. Get over it. Yes, no brooms.
It's just aesthetic. At that
just
point.
Get rid of the fucking brooms. Because I guess the point of it is like you always have to have a hand on the broom at all times so that you're playing with one hand. But fuck it, no brooms, right?
Well, it's like playing beginner polo.
Oh yeah, okay.
Where you, instead of like on a horse, you have to have a hand on the fake horse head on a stick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't think people actually do that.
Okay.
People do bike polo though.
Okay, yeah. Well, that could have if you could figure out a way to make it not so hazardous with the bikes, that could be an alternative. But
actually, I think they should just do it with bikes.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But if they just did it where they were running around and they had the quaffle, just make the rings that you have to throw the quaffle in really high, or pretty high, like at least like basketball height, 10 feet.
I feel like higher than that.
Okay, higher than that for Zach. And then, so yeah, maybe 15 feet, right? Yeah. For the top one, and maybe the side ones are like 12 feet, 10, 12 feet. 10, 12. And then you got the keepers or whatever, right? And then you're doing that whole thing. And then the beaters are the bludgers, and it's basically each team gets two big ass dudes.
You're a bludger.
Who have to have whatever golf or not golf gloves. Boxing gloves, but I forget. I don't know what ounceage will make them have.
Probably like 16.
Yeah, 16-ounce gloves, and they just run around hitting the other team, like punching the other team.
Fuck bicycles. You should do it on Segways.
And then, or you just have somebody
on
throwing,
but still have the broom, but you have to do it on those little shitty airboards.
Or only the beaters get to throw dodgeballs at the other team, but then the dodgeballs are denser than regular dodgeballs, made out of wood. Nah, I'm just kidding about that.
I honestly think the bikes would still be safer than those like airboards too with a broom, because you pick up so much speed, and if you don't have like all the pads on, you get fucked up real bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, either the beaters are throwing these balls at people, or they just get boxing gloves. And then
have a live trained hummingbird as the golden snitch, and you have to snatch him out of the air.
Or just a safe drone.
I was gonna say safe drone. I feel like you might be too excited and grab him, and it's dead.
It will be dead when you try to paint it gold.
And then you have to eat it. And that's your reward.
That was one movie that he caught it in his mouth.
Yeah.
My cat catches hummingbirds, and I feel like those are the golden snitches of birds for cats.
No, absolutely. That's how J.K. Rowling even said it in Pottermore. She's like, the golden snitch is basically my vibrator. I mean, it's the hummingbird of the wizarding world.
Nice. Humming
bird. All right, but so to all those who play Quidditch, sorry, but if you wanted to be recognized as like a real sport, ESPN will pick it the fuck up if you added the elements that we have just discussed. And also, if the rings are no longer PVC, if we could get some real fields where they're in the ground, concrete, please. All right. So last sport, or two more sports. Farmers golf, also known or Hornison.
Okay, what's that?
So it's like this.
Sounds juicy.
Big thing. It almost looks like a fishing pole, but it has like a peg at the end.
Okay.
I don't like where this is going.
So it's big. It's really long.
Okay, long big peg.
And basically, there's like a puck that's on this elevated platform, and then they whip it where so you swing and then you whip it and then you hit the puck and the puck goes, between 300 meters or further. And then you have people in the field with paddles and they're like trying to hit the puck before it hits the ground so that you don't get the distance. And if they hit it before it hits the ground, then that's a dead puck and you don't get any of the points for the distance that you got. But if it hits the ground before anybody hits it, then you get the points for the distance that you got.
I feel like that's a giant ass fucking field.
It's basically like baseball, but you don't run any bases. And then you're just smashing a fucking puck crazy far.
I'm gonna have
300 meters. That's like more than 3 baseball fields.
It's way over.
So, what do you think about that?
I don't know. All I heard was large pegs and paddles.
I think it could be cool. I'm just having a hard time envisioning it.
No, it sounds pretty
fun. If it's 300 meters, that's long. I mean, granted, golf courses are a waste of space, but yeah,
it's on a farm.
300 meters,
but it's in a European country where they have space.
Gotcha.
And I'm thinking I feel like,
and how do you set up the people on the field? Like, there's a person at 100 meters, or there's people at 100, people at 200. People
I don't know. I guess when you see a real diesel
running.
dude, you're like, everybody get back.
Are there people at the end where, just in case, you just whack it so hard?
Maybe. I don't know how many people are allowed on the field.
Yeah, I feel like there's quite a few people who start out the front and kind of assess it, and they start running back.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of running.
And then they start paddling each other.
Wow. That one seems interesting. I have to watch some footage of that.
And then the Red Bull 400, where a bunch of people basically do a marathon, or basically do a race where they run up a 400-meter ski jumping. Like in the summertime when the ski jumps. Yeah, the off season of the ski jumps.
Just the ropes, right?
Yeah, and then they run up it. So that one looks kind of fun. I think I was watching this shit and I was thinking like, yo, all this challenge stuff that we're gonna start doing for Oddwood Versus, if we come up with a dope ass game, we could probably easily get Red Bull to sponsor it.
Maybe
once we're in the 1,000 to 2,000 subscriber range, be like, hey Red Bull, we got an idea. We want to dress up as little piglets and try to run away from the greased farmer who's trying to fuck us.
You hear that, Odd Squad? Make sure
fans.
you subscribe, like, and especially share.
If you want to see the greasy farmer run become a real Red Bull sport, subscribe.
Share with your friends.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Do that.
Share with your family who like listening to men talk about gross things now.
So, something that I do want to kind of get into is like, so we were just talking about, we do talk about gross things or whatever, and I know that you get kind of squeamish about it, like, oh, why are we always being so dirty and nasty, filthy? People don't want to listen to this. But I will say that a podcast that I listen to every week, a new podcast, shout out to Bloodbath. And this past week on Bloodbath, I don't know if I watched the whole episode and I didn't see any disclaimer that it was fake. I'm pretty sure it was real. They put one of the girls' period blood on their foreheads, like a period blood seance thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, they're talking about that whole thing. So I'm just bringing that up to basically say, like, see, it works. It works as content. People like the filthy stuff. Because, and this was like a super G move it was very G, gangster as fuck, but hopefully this doesn't come off any kind of chauvinistic or anything. It was pretty fucking gross. Very G. Kalila kept requesting for a clot. And I don't know, that kind of turned my stomach.
I want the clot.
I shouldn't have been
eating one of the
eating
clots.
I shouldn't have been eating cherries. But she kept requesting for a clot and then to eat it. Or to lick the blood. She's like tasting her friend's period blood. So I was like, whoa,
That's how you get AIDS.
Really a lot.
If she has a if she has a cut in her mouth.
If she has a bunch of yeah. Well, yeah, if the person has AIDS and then you have to have cuts in your mouth and yeah. That so it was kind of gross, sorry. But I wanted to shout out Bloodbath, and I was noticing in watching them, because I've been watching them a lot, and I know you guys have been watching them because,
Well,
I told you to.
You told me to, and I only watched the first 2 episodes.
But I was thinking that there actually is a good amount of parallels between us 3 and them 3. We're like what were they called from, like, they're the Powerpuff Girls, and then we're the Rowdy Rough Boys. I was about to say Garbage Pail Boys. We're the Rowdy Rough Boys.
We're the Gangrene Gang.
Yeah. Amoeba Boys. Or we're just like 3 hymns. Oh, hello, ladies. So creepy. All right, so I wanted to see if we can maybe try to do a role play.
Well, my role
Where
playing skills.
we pretended we're gonna try to do our podcast or do an episode, a small section of an episode of theirs, where we play each of them. Seeing that Henry is a similar makeup to Kalila, and actually from the last episode, I heard, I don't know for sure, but I think Annie Letterman might be dating a dude who's the same mix as you.
Laotian?
I think he's half Laotian. They mentioned that his mom is Laotian or some shit, and I'm assuming that the other half is white. I don't know for sure, but
My mom was Laotian.
okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now she's just, dead.
Oh my God.
R.I.P.
He
Mom.
loves making Alex feel awkward about it.
About dead mom jokes.
What?
My dead mom jokes.
No, I mean, no, it's fine.
It's true.
Yes, it is.
It's
No.
very much true.
Yeah. Shout out to all the other Lao people or the Laotian people. Some people like to refer to themselves as Lao. And I like to refer to myself as
Loud.
White Claw.
Okay. White Claw, Japan there. Swirl.
I'll take it.
Yeah, this
take
one
it.
is frozen yogurt.
I was expecting something
Cooler?
harsher.
Harsher?
You always call me mulatto.
Mulatto. I'm worried that
You're gonna call
the
him
culture changes
A
so-
coffee with too much cream.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel like you're more of a
Well, this is
High foam.
high
High foam coffee.
you're more of a Milano to me.
You're a
Mulatto.
cookie dog.
Milano
Double
cookie.
baked.
Milano.
Those are some bomb ass cookies.
Christy Carlson Romano.
Isn't that?
Wait, yeah,
that's a soccer player, isn't it?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, Ronaldo is who I was.
Ronaldo. But yeah, I'm
So you're Kalila.
okay. I'll be Kalila.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because you're the tallest one of us, and then
I'm tall and exotic.
you're half Asian of that region, brown Asian, Brasian, and white. And then I think you're gonna be Esther,
Okay.
because you're cute,
Oh.
but then you question it.
I always question my cuteness.
But
Am I
then
cute enough?
you're you're cuter than you think you are. But then and then you get uncomfortable when people tell you. So, yeah, you're Esther, and yeah, you're just like,
Okay.
I don't know. You have a little bit of that vibe.
The self-deprecating.
Yeah.
I am a piece of shit.
Okay,
About my attractiveness.
and then I'm kind of highly talkative and crass, and I say weird stuff. You say really weird stuff. So does Kalila. All right, so let's get. I'm gonna be Annie Letterman.
That's because I'm from the tropics.
Okay,
I'm from a third world country.
All right, don't get mad at me, but this is just what I noticed. Okay.
I'm not gonna get mad at you.
No,
We're
not
in
you.
character.
Annie Letterman. I mean, they're never gonna see this, but shout out. Okay.
You have to tuck your hair behind your ears.
Oh yeah. I don't have hoop earrings.
I'm not Jewish.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, and scene. Or that was too deep.
You sound like a demon.
Scene.
Scene.
All right.
You're in scene.
All right. And go. Esther's kind of like, she's like a chicken nugget of a human being that's been washed in a river.
That's awful.
Oh my gosh. I'm more like a cute little
So you already messed up when you said cute.
defunct dog.
Yeah, like one of the dogs with all the fleas.
Like a pug.
And mange.
I'm like a pug.
You're like a mangy. She's like a mangy pug.
I'm like one of those mangy pugs
Those are the
that you
cutest
find at
dogs,
the
though.
adoption center that nobody adopts because the face is all weird.
Because why would you though? Like pugs are already like, yeah, you're a pug. You're a mangy,
But we need love.
unadoptable pug.
We need love. We need love
that's her.
too. We need love too.
You're like one of those old dogs that has a wheeze.
You're gonna get love from one of those weird old ladies who can't even see. That's why she didn't realize that you're disgusting. You know what I mean? Right?
Well, that's what I always say, but good thing they're blind.
What? Oh, God, I hate you so much.
I know.
But I love you. I love you.
I love you too. You
But
crazy
there's
bitch.
just like inside of me, there's this core of hate with your name on it. It says Esther Pavitsky. Yuck. You know what I
It's
mean?
only because I'm Jewish.
It's 100%.
See that? I know you so well.
Wait. Okay, wait, let's dial back. Wait, okay.
What is going on here?
I don't know. He's telling me how much he hates me, and I'm just trying to roll
That's
with
what
it.
she does to her.
I know. That's why I'm trying to roll with it.
Well, but okay. Esther she'll just start talking about other stuff, and she has all these questions for like Kalila, and then sometimes Annie. But a lot of times she's asking Kalila about her weird upbringing. So okay, you bring up some like unnecessarily dark parts of your past, but in a light mannered way, and you just act like the type of person who like has never heard of such an issue before. So okay.
Yeah, it was real crazy. I mean, it was.
Wait.
We don't have a Thanksgiving, in the Philippines, but it's around this time of year. And my aunt, she came over and she just choked, and no one knew what to do, and she just died.
God.
Jesus.
Wait, okay, but your character is supposed to be more kind of like like. Okay, so like something that happens.
I watched 2 episodes,
Okay.
2.5 episodes.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
turned into
so-
a burning diarrhea-filled diaper real quick.
All right. Here we go. Story time. And it goes, to start, my ex and I were 19 when she got pregnant. We had recently broke up, and she found out a couple weeks later that she was pregnant. She said she planned to get an abortion, but only wanted her sister there. So I was always under the belief that she had aborted. She only contacted me. Oh, wait, I should start with the title. Sorry. Here's the title. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter the truth about why I wasn't in her life? So as I was always under the belief that she had aborted. She only contacted me once saying it was done, and we didn't speak again. Fast forward 19 years later, I found out a month ago that was a lie. My ex passed away 3 years ago, and my daughter Kara, has been living with her uncle. He was the one to reach out to me to give me a heads up after she expressed interest in wanting us to connect. He and I spoke at length because I was feeling some pretty strong emotions, like rage, for never being told about her. My ex had backed out of the abortion but didn't want me involved because we were broken up, so she decided just to not tell me. But he told me that Kara doesn't know about that. Apparently, I wasn't ready for fatherhood because we were both so young. So I bailed. I couldn't believe it. Rob, her uncle, told me he knows his sister was wrong for that, but promised Kara doesn't have any negative feelings towards me, and my ex never painted me as some villain. Just a young guy who knew he couldn't properly care for her. He asked me not to tell Kara this when we talk if she asks, and because it could hurt the way she saw her mom. I never actually confirmed I would. Kara messaged me, and we've been talking. I've met her twice, and it's been crazy emotional. Looking at this girl who looks just like me and hurting that we're just barely getting to know each other. So far, our conversations have only been about what her life was like, how my life is, what her wants/future goals are, and getting to know each other. We met again Tuesday, and she finally decided to ask the obvious questions about what made me not be involved. How did I feel? What went through my mind? Did I ever think about her, etc.? I had been thinking about what to do, but in that moment I just didn't have it in me to lie, so I was honest. That I was told about the abortion and had no idea she even existed until now, but that I still really want to be in her life and have the chance to be her father if she wants that. Kara was a bit emotional. We talked some more, and she said she still wants me involved. That night, my messages were blowing up, not just from Rob, but her grandparents as well. They're all outraged for me telling Kara about her mom, because she yelled at all of them and is refusing to even take their calls. Yes, the lie was terrible, but I just ruined the image she had of her late mother for my own benefit. Rob called me a selfish dick for not talking or taking into consideration how this would affect Kara finding out about this. Thank you, son. So right now I feel like shit. I get that honesty is the best policy, but in this case, I don't know if I was being an asshole for doing it. I'm still learning this whole dad business, so don't know if I dropped the ball here.
It's kind of tough to start a new relationship with your daughter with a lie.
Yeah. That's I was going to say that.
That's why you don't know the truth.
Honesty is the best policy.
I mean, it's better to get the pain out now than let it cauterize or turn in fucking mutate into something worse if she finds it out in her 20s or 30s. Yeah. And then now that she finally found you and is able to now putting all her trust in you because her mother is gone. So now she put all that trust in you, and then it's going to feel like the rug is pulled from underneath her if then it's found out. Well, actually, maybe she recognized it as a noble thing.
Well, it was part of her identity, right? Raised from a single mom, probably. And then she maybe was carrying that, I had a deadbeat dad that didn't want any relationship with me. But then she realized, you didn't even know about me?
I didn't know you existed for 19 years.
Maybe she can let go if she had, hate or sadness about that, let that go. Yeah. But maybe it brings new feelings too of why did you lie?
This one has an update, by the way, too. So
the mom, it's only been 3 years too, so the whole of the mom being gone is it's still a fresh wound for her parents especially, and for her brother, the uncle. So of course they're gonna have that reaction. It's how dare you paint her in that light? Yeah. And it's I'm sorry, I'm not trying to paint her in any light. This is just my side of the story.
This is what happened.
She felt like I was,
and they know.
Enough.
Yeah,
they already knew that she did that. It's not painting a picture. It's just
also if it's I'm gonna try to take over and really try to be in my daughter's life now. I'm making the executive decision that I don't want to start it on a lie.
Yeah.
You have to respect that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's the dad.
I just found out I had a 19-year-old daughter.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean,
Imagine
and then
dating someone and then knowing 20 years later, what the fuck?
And then also, as fucked up as it is, from a petty perspective too, it's also like, her offense was 90,000 times worse for doing that in the first place. So me outing her little lie, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. And according to
Demi
him,
Lovato with it.
according to him, he didn't.
Sorry,
really,
not sorry. I don't care if she's dead.
Well, no, I didn't say that.
I think they're just focusing more or less on her kind of just being gone, and they're more kind of
Tarnishing her reputation.
thinking
kind
of that versus, you know, the truth.
Yeah,
The truth hurts.
I think
Motherfuckers.
probably part of it, what the issue is for the parents, is that the daughter, so the granddaughter is a product of the or I guess the daughter and that guy, right? So I lost my thought. Fuck.
Damn, I was really interested to know what you had to say.
And well, you said the uncle said that the whole maturity thing, and that's why she never let him know that she didn't get an abortion, right?
No.
Well, that's what
So
she-
the excuse the mom gave to the daughter was that he wasn't ready because they were so young. But it's like, how do you don't know that?
You don't
Well,
know
no,
that. You never
exactly.
even gave him the chance.
Yeah,
But
you never-
like,
if-
so the uncle and the parents probably didn't know the actual circumstances. They probably were just fed something that the now deceased daughter gave them about it. You know what I mean?
Well, I think
We
it
don't
was
know,
the
I
same. I think it was the same spiel.
Same spiel, like we're too young and he's too immature and doesn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
So-
or maybe they know for sure because, I mean, she went to the place to get the abortion but backed out, or she backed out of getting an abortion, and so it's like, okay, it's either you tell the truth to your parents or you lie to your parents, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she just.
Is it in the update at all, or sorry, go.
Maybe
She probably
the,
didn't want him in her life for the rest of her life.
maybe the real reason that the family got so upset was because the granddaughter and niece said or called all of them after finding this information out that, hey, my dad is so much cooler than my mom. It's so fucked up that you guys all went with this lie. I could have
Had a
I
father
could have traded up because my mom was in my ass about all this bullshit, and he's so much fucking cooler, and that's why I fucking killed her in the first place. Boom! That's my Henry joke.
I started smiling because I knew that was like your lead up to it. That was a good attempt.
Yeah. That was way
You
better
start
than
getting
all the
way
other ones.
excited.
Yeah,
You start getting
did.
excited.
Your eyebrows lit up and we're like, okay, here goes.
Here it comes. It's coming.
And then a laser beam came from the sky.
That's why I started feeding her rat poison. What?
Gosh. And the top comment, just because I think it's funny, it says, quote, "I still have no idea what I'm doing as a parent." And the guy says, "Same, buddy, same. I don't think any parent knows. Just go with the role."
Yeah. If anything,
Yeah.
You
don't
guys
wanna
just
say
don't
you
know
have-
what the fuck you're doing. It's pretty fucking easy. My dad did a great job. He was like, choke up on the golf club.
And then throws you across the room.
Yeah.
I feel like you got it easier now. It's all like, hey, yeah, now I'm just like meeting somebody at a bar. But you're my kid. That's cool.
That makes it sound like old boy.
That's gross.
That is pretty gross.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm not saying like he's gonna fuck his daughter.
No, I don't want that either. But do you think that maybe the family was upset with him because she showed them the video of how he explained that the mom did that lie, and it went a little something like this. Hey there. Well, I'm the
Oh, yeah, you motherfucker.
I'm the truth fairy, and I'm here to tell you a little something about your mother. She lied to your fucking face for 19 years. Your father would have loved to be in your life.
17 years.
17?
19.
Well, she's 19, but her mom died 3 years ago.
Good math, Henry.
That is
Truth
a good point.
fairy.
Good math.
She can't keep it anymore because she's dead.
She lied to your face for a good 17 years. Or maybe 16 if we're doing the math, the 3 minus 19. But it turns out your father would have loved to be in your life, and he wasn't a deadbeat father. She just told him that he had a shmashmortion. Or that she had a shmashmortion, and she got rid of you. But she didn't, she had you, and that's part of why she was so mean to you while you were growing up, because she felt like you were a mistake, and she probably should have... You could have used the help, but didn't want it, because... She just didn't like how his bathroom smelled like candy canes, and he wouldn't help her with the groceries when he had more muscles. Goodbye.
Your daddy thought that you were scrambled up in her belly and got rid of you.
I was trying to leave those details out, but
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
so maybe that's why the family got so upset, because it's like, hey, the puppet, bro, you need the puppet.
No, I think the puppet was a nice touch.
Yeah, nice touch. Yeah,
That's
see,
funny.
that's how
That's
I'm gonna
funny.
let my illegitimate children know. But this is actually a Japanese puppet from a show I used to watch when I was a kid called Hajime no Ippo. No, it's one from Okasan to Isho.
Which translates roughly to...
My mother and I, or my mother, or
My mother and me.
yeah, my mother and me. So this, I used to love this character. It was this and like a red hairy guy, and they're actually really big character. They still use them for a bunch of marketing campaigns towards kids and shit in Japan. I actually don't know. This isn't supposed to be a puppet. I think this is like a body loofah.
Yeah, it looks like you scrub the dead skin off your body in the shower.
Which
with
would
that.
suck to do to this cute.
That's not the
character's
same
face.
character. I don't know if you guys seen that video of this drummer in Japan. He was wearing something...
Might have. This is a very
similar.
popular character.
It was a yellow body, like a...
I thought it was like
big-
yellow and red.
Was it?
It's
I'm
like
gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, but this guy right here raised me. She's basically like
Oh,
my.
it was red, yeah. Never mind.
She's basically like my what's Barney's cousin's name? This is like my Japanese Barney.
Sharny.
Shardy.
Yeah, so this is like my Japanese Barney, but I just thought I'd hit you with those quick little facts.
That's cool. Thank
So,
you for sharing.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another hardcore episode of Oddwood, Camp Oddwood, and leave. If you want to give us 5 stars, that would be great.
Yeah,
but I don't know why we're gonna plug them since they're much bigger than us.
Bloodbath.
Go ahead. I know that there were requests. Okay, I'm stopping the voice. I know that they were requesting to hit them with 5 stars. I guess just to pay it forward, because just in case we said anything offensive, go ahead and hit them with 5 stars so that we could give them the 10 views that we have. Give them 10 5 stars.
It's only fair.
But yeah, shout out again to Bloodbath. Thanks in advance for not getting too mad at us.
I'm sorry I
and,
only watched 2 episodes as of yet, but Alex told me about this yesterday.
I think they're only like maybe not
10.
even 10 deep.
They're
They're
10.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah. So only 10 deep.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I've seen every single episode.
Damn. Well, they came out like, what, a couple weeks ago or like a month ago?
I
or
started
something?
watching it from the beginning.
Oh,
Like
okay,
when they were
yeah.
talking about it.
when they started promoting it with
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So-
you watched
I mean, I watched all of their individual podcasts before Bloodbath even came out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
See,
watched-
that's how you know way more about their mannerisms and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Well, I also
hours,
actually started following Esther just in general because I used to be really into watching a lot of stand-up comedy stuff.
Yeah, same
then-
here. I saw them do stand up
Yeah.
before anything else. I don't listen to their podcasts other than like Tiger Belly. But
Yeah.
Kalila doesn't do any stand up. She only does podcasts.
But fucking Jensen was in love with that show that she was in, Alone Together. and then I watched that show when I was working at ABC Disney because I had to work on the freeform stuff. So then I had to do some stuff for that show. So I just watched it.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then because Jensen's like, dude, you should definitely watch it. You should really watch it. And I watched it, and it was pretty funny. I mean, she's funny. I think she's kind of underrated, but
Who, Esther?
yeah. I mean, I thought she was funny
catching
when
up
I
to
saw
do.
her Laugh Factory stuff. I was like, yeah, it's kind of a new thing. And then, Kalila's cool. She kind of keeps doing this thing where she keeps downplaying her beauty and saying that she looks like a man and all this kind of stuff, and then likens it to, and then uses it as a reason that maybe Bobby is into male features, but she's kind of just like a very regular, beautiful person.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that out there. And not to leave out Annie Letterman. She's quite dope too. And we have our resident half Laotian guy right here. Not to replace your boyfriend because it sounds like you like him very much. But just saying, parallels. So see you guys next time. Bye-bye
Oh,
now.
I'm getting fucked up.
Thanks for tuning in, Odd Squad.
Thank you,
and
guys.
thank you, Eric,
Oh,
for the
I'm out of
whiskey.
focus. I'm doing
And
that.
you guys are welcome for the whiskey.
I don't think I thanked you, and I don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Then
Thank you.
I'm gonna.
you could suck off your loofah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Like, subscribe, share.